Hey everyone, welcome to the All About Auburn podcast. It's been a while, not a whole lot to cover really in the off season except recruiting. I keep up with recruiting, but I'm not going to make a video every time we land a guy. I do get excited, but I want to see him sign on the dotted line. I still keep up with news. Get most of my news from various podcasts such as Vernon Speak Sports, The War Report, The Late Kick with Josh Pate, and also in the All About Auburn group on Facebook. If you're not a member, I encourage you. Plenty of news. We even throw some funny memes in there, messing with our rivals. So yeah, I figured I'd make a video. So I watch a lot of podcasts on YouTube. I watch The War Report, Vernon Speak Sports, Uncle Lou, The Late Kick. Those are my absolute favorites. I like Mark Rogers. I watch SG1 sometimes. But, there's a ton of them. I watch them from different fan bases. But what I've been seeing a lot of, I'm not going to name their channels, their names. I'm not going to call them out. A lot of the Penn State YouTubers that make podcasts, man, they've been doing their little schedule previews, like a lot of them do. And every one I've seen, not a one thinks that this Auburn game in Happy Valley is going to really be much of a game. They all have double-digit wins. One of them went on to basically say that Ball State, so Penn State plays Wisconsin first, then Ball State, and then Auburn. They seem to think that Ball State is going to be more of a challenge than the Auburn Tigers, which, is laughable at best. And, the disrespect. I know a lot of people think, because, in most of the preseason polls, they got us about ranked 30, somewhere in that range. The Louisiana Raging Cajuns are in the top 25. Coastal Carolina's in the top 25. Do you think those teams could compete with Auburn? I know some people say it's the right, about the right spot. That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. Auburn returns a third-year quarterback, 4 out of 5 offensive linemen. There's 1 and 2 running backs. Yeah, we lost some receivers, but we have talent at receiver. They are inexperienced. They'll sooner or later they'll get that down. But they get Shedrick Jackson back. They get all their tight ends back. That's my cat in the background in case you hear him. On defense, we return some linemen, but the bulk of what we're going to have is extremely talented guys. Some of them have snaps. We return all our linebackers. We get Wooden back, who did not play last year. He opted out, due to, I believe he had a kid due to, COVID and stuff like that. Secondary is absolutely loaded. You return your kicker, who's one of the best kickers in the country. Yeah, we have a new coach. He's the third winningest active coach in the entire country. It's not like we just piss together a staff. You have Mike Bobo, a very proven offensive coordinator. We got I'm trying to remember his name, the wide receiver coach. Just look at some of the guys, he's produced at a school that he was at, a very small school. You have Derek Mason, very proven defensive coordinator, a head coach, for Christ's sake. Zach Etheridge, Auburn legend. And then you have Cadillac Williams as the running back coach. And I think those Etheridge and Cadillac will definitely be big on recruiting to help us. And we do have some guys like Trey Donaldson that we may get, hopefully, 4-star safety. But my point is, we should be in the top 25. It really doesn't matter to me because we're going to show it on the field. I believe so. We will be ranked after we go into Happy Valley and kick the dog shit out of Penn State. In more than likely a primetime game, maybe college game day, the college game day that week. It's looking like, we're one of the candidates for sure. Their wideout game, we've been chosen for that. Yeah, but the disrespect, I'm not buying it. You're gonna easily beat Auburn by double digits. I don't understand where. And Penn State has talent. They have a good quarterback coming back. I think they're gonna have a decent run game. Both lines of scrimmage are very soft. With what game one, Wisconsin is going to expose their offensive line and their defensive line. And I mean, and their defense is going to be okay. But those lines of scrimmage, as we seen last year, refer back to that Georgia game and most of the season. That if that offensive line is not, especially look at a defensive line like Auburn's going to have. I mean, you're in trouble. Well, we're running mostly a 3-4 set. You're going to have those linebackers crashing in that are running 4-5, 4-4s. They're going to run right past those offensive. I mean, I don't understand the disrespect. I know this is more of a rant video because, the first couple times I seen them, I'm like, okay, they're just biased. But I keep seeing this over and over and over. And I don't understand where it's coming from. I think it's actually because we're going to, in my opinion, it's going to be a good game. But at the end of the day, we're going to come out of Happy Valley, expose them. We're going to run the ball down the throat. Nix is going to have a good game. The defense is going to have really their first test to actually show who they are. And, I mean, we're going to kick the dog shit out of them at the end of the day. And, that's about all I got. Like, sub. I plan to do a lot more content once the season starts. But I just kind of had to get that little rant out because the disrespect. I also want to comment on another thing. I can't remember the guy's name. He's like a beat writer, something like that. So Harsin, after practice the other day, I believe I want to say it was yesterday. He's like in a very generous gesture. He's tossing Auburn hats to the beat writers, which I think is cool as hell. I mean, the coaches don't do that. And then this guy gets on there talking about it. I've covered pro and college for this many years. First of all, who gives a shit? That has nothing to do with what you're about to say. And it's unprofessional and unethical for us to wear a hat or a memorabilia of a team. And, like, if you don't want the damn hat, don't wear the hat, my guy. Like, it's a hat. You don't have to wear it. It's a generous gesture. Give it away. I mean, hell, go home and burn it. Don't get on there talking like. Anyways, but yeah, that kind of pissed me off. That guy, I've never heard of him, so I don't know who he's been covering, but he obviously hasn't done a very good job. Anyways, War Damn Eagle, y'all have a good one.